Hello, everybody, and welcome to Lengro Wednesday. Yes, indeed, we are on issue 8 of Lengro, and that's what Wednesdays are all about now. Lots of new followers out there. Hello to each and every one of you. Let me bring your comments up. And most importantly, let's give you a good show today, and let's find out what just happened on Radio Essex Live when I was asked about the 13th sign. But first of all, guys, you know what it's time for, okay? So I'm going to bring up Emma here, and I'm going to bring this down, and I think we need to start with just a little music. So here we go. Happy Lengro. There we go. Let's get that one off and let's get us on. And here we are, guys. Hello, everybody. Hello, Vonnie Darby. Hello, Hayley Walker. Hello, Stuart, Amber, Hayley, John. Oi, oi, Savaloy. John,
Hey.
do you want to come play? Say hello to everybody.
Hello. There's Amber and Hayley and Hannah and Fran and Bonnie and John. Are you coming with us?
Yeah, John. Maybe you can send John your code, and maybe he wants to come on and join us, because today, guys, what we are talking about is the 13th star sign. And for those of you that are in my club, you saw me getting the nerves together. I was given a call this morning by Radio Essex, BBC Radio Essex, and I was asked to talk about this 13th star sign that we're all having. Emma, I'm going to take you off for 1 second, and I'm going to bring you back on in just a moment. Fran saying hello to you, Em, as well. Em's just seeing if we can get my friend, Oi Savaloy John Spratt, to come and join us today, guys. But first of all, before we go on to the 13th sign, our issue of Lengro today, issue 8, is all about school is out. Hannah Spanner, no, I would never be Lee Petulengro's wife. Do you think I'd marry a gypsy man? My goodness, woman, Dawdy. No, Lee is related to me, and Lee is single, if you're interested. I'm very happily taken with the lovely Richard. And while M is getting, hello Bernadette, while M is getting John Spratt to see if he wants to join us, here is the amazing Jackie Tyler. She's supposed to be joining us today, and with Mercury now turning direct, I had hoped that would happen, but we're looking on a few more devices being sorted out to make sure it doesn't glitch for you guys. But Lengro Magazine, we've been on the radio twice in the last week. At the weekend, I was a mess, absolutely crying. The wonderful Kate Victoria Duran, she went on the radio and bigged up Lengro Magazine and all that we're doing for you guys, okay? Yeah, exactly, John. That's why I need you here. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, guys, and then I'm going to get talking about your star sign and which star sign you really should be. But in the meantime, Lengro today, we've got amazing articles in, and Jackie Tyler, actually, and beneath the covers, darling, you've been talking about Super Attractor, okay? And this is a book which, if you've read The Secret, guys, you would love, but you can see that in Lengro Magazine with her articles anyway. One of the questions that Em will be asking you when she comes back on, excuse my drink, guys, hold on. Lovely. Purdy's. Never had this one before. Very, very nice. Could have done with some water, though, and Richard's gone out. Okay. I would like to know, guys, what did you see, or what did you used to do in your era as soon as the summer holidays begun? Because Lengro this week is talking about things that you can do in the summer holidays. We've even got our party expert, Kate, to come up with some great ideas for your own end of school birthday. So I want to know your finest moment at school. Mine was actually doing a stage show. But as you all know, I like being on camera, don't I? So I'm going to ask you your nickname. Can you comment your nicknames, please? Mine was Eclair, actually, and clunky. Eclair, because like an eclair, apparently I was naughty but nice. I haven't changed. I don't think I'm naughty. But it isn't Fizzy Pop. Ah, is it Fizzy Pop? Actually, let me tell you, this is jam watching. Shh. This is Purdy's Edge natural blend, I tell you no less, of blackberry and slow berry juices, naturally boosted by botanical and vitamins to give you a gentle life, guys. Very nice indeed. I'm saving that though. Haley Walker, I love The Secret as well. And that's why I've been sending gemstones out to you guys as well. What questions do you have then, guys, about the 13th sign? Because let me tell you how it is, okay? There are what we call different branches of astrologies, guys. And what NASA use is astronomy, not astrology. If Western astrology didn't use the position of the constellations, I've written this down so I tell you it right, because I wrote it down for the radio. Listen to this so I don't go off on a tangent. If Western astrology, which is what I practice, okay, then what you'll find out is if they didn't use the position of the constellations, then we'd be right with the articles that we've read, okay? But the NASA star signs, they change, and new signs would not be accurate if we use the same rule as astronomers. We use not a system based on physics and astronomy, but we use the tropical zodiac, and it's based on the ecliptic and the seasons. Without going off a tangent, when I do a horoscope, I place Aries on the ascendant. We use the seasons, we look at where the sun is from the point of where we're standing on Earth, and we get the mood of the planets, guys. Now listen to me, there are 88 constellations, and this week they've been talking, as they drag it up every year, about bringing this extra star sign, bringing the extra star sign in. But there are 88 constellations to use, and we only use 12 of them. We put the zodiac into slices of 30 degrees each. If you want to know more, I will be doing astrology courses, but if there's anything that I can clear up, indeed, Laura. So the Western astrology that we use, guys, it's very different from the astronomy that they use. They're different house systems. So astrology does work, and it will always be based on the 12 signs. Trust me, if I thought we should be using 13 signs, then we would. My clue for you guys is look at the full moons, look at the new moons, look at the way that we're affected by things. As above, so below. And my system works. It's not my system. It's one that astrologers have studied for years. Lisa Smith, afternoon to you as well. Shall we do some readings? Let's do a card reading, but let's bring Emma as well on for a chat while I get John on, so we can get through lots of you as well. Okay, Em, I am bringing you on now. Hello, beautiful. Shall I message John while you chat to everybody?
I can't find John, and I can't find the link. I'm so sorry. I was like typing away. You can do it?
Oh, bless you. Yeah, I can do it. We've got Amber Redmond here on the... No, it's easy for me to do. Would you say hello to everybody while I send John a link? Is that okay?
Yes. Hi, Amber. So you've been on the beach eating fish and chips and ice cream and making sandcastles. Oh, that was your summer holiday, and pony rides. I helped a friend do a Brooklands Park. Oh, I remember those pony rides on the beach. They were so fun. Do they still do them now? I wonder in England, because that used to be my favourite thing about going to the beach. And yes,
I'm really impressed with my tech skills today. Lately, I'm kind of really getting it. So I'm quite.
Are you? Oh, well done.
I am. I'm quite pleased about that. So we're talking about schools out, aren't we, Em?
We certainly are.
And we're going to
Yes,
take
and Laura sent us a message. She lived in Germany during secondary school. When school was out, we go swim in the local lake or spend all day at the outdoor swimming pools. We were always out riding our bikes for miles. Oh, what a childhood. That's gorgeous.
You know what? I did listen a little bit at school because wie geht's das dir? Mir geht's gut. Oh, danke. Yeah.
Good.
Oh, Amber's saying there's no pony rides now as well. So I'm going to do a reading.
There aren't. I used to say one of my favourite. John, hi. Well done, Claire. So sorry,
Hello.
John. I'm not techie.
It's fine.
Are you impressed? Are you impressed, John, by my tech abilities lately?
I'm loving this. Do you know what? I was doing a show. What time is that? 2 hours ago, I was doing a show, and they use StreamYard as well. And they're like, we don't know how it works. And they were just flying through. They were putting people up. They were pulling them down. I was like, it's fine, kids. Just.
No. Well, John, I'm going to do a reading for Vonnie Darby. But before I do the reading, I went on Radio Essex today and I had to bat one for our team about sticking up for the difference between Western astrology that we use and astronomy that NASA are using, who want to sort of ditch the zodiac completely. But they can't kick us out. They'll never get rid of astrology, will they, John?
Claire, I have had people messaging me who don't even care about star signs, and they're having a panic. They're like, but John, how could I now be something else? And I'm like, when did you actually become a zodiac specialist? When did you become an astronaut? Where are you? This only matters if you are flying to space. You do not want to bang into this 13th person because your rocket will crash.
Exactly.
Right.
Astrologists.
Exactly.
Astrologists.
Exactly, guys. And I think that you've got to understand as well, there's different branches of astrology, of course. You've got Chinese astrology, you've got Western astrology, and the house system that we use works. And if you saw the way we work off the seasons, it would be very technical to explain, but I'm more than willing to talk on the live at 7 in great detail for you so that you all know you are the star sign that you are, okay? And interestingly enough, astrology and astronomy used to be one and the same thing until the late 18th century when they decided to change it and we stuck to our house system, if you like. But in the meantime, Vonnie, I've got some cards for you and I've got a message that you need to hear. Vonnie Darby, for you, at the moment, there's something that you're thinking of doing, and my feeling about what you're doing is you're not making the best of a situation. You can go further and you can go higher. This is to do with both your career and also to do with property matters. So I feel that where you're living is going to be in question, Vonnie, but I also feel that you're listening to others' advice when they want something different from what you're really admitting to others you want. So Vonnie, today is the day. Mercury's not been in retrograde since December, okay? And we all know that's right because we're all standing on the earth, okay? And just so you know, when Mercury's in retrograde, it's not going backwards. It's stationary, but we're still moving. And that's why you can fight against it, okay? What I want you to do, Vonnie, is I want you to do some soul searching, which is what astrology is all about too, finding out your soul of your personality rather than the physics, and see what would make you happy long term. Vonnie, you've been planning for the short term. Won't work. Plan long term, darling. Okay? Good. Mr. Spratt, Emma. Go on, John.
And Vonnie, there's this great, honestly, as I'm connecting to your energy, there's this lovely vibration round about you, okay? You need to start sending up your cosmic ordering. You need to tell the universe what you're wanting. Because see, at the moment, the universe is scratching its head at you saying, what the heck is she doing? Because everything's changing every single day. One day you want this, one day you're wanting that, then you're trying to do it this way, you're trying to do it that way. You're needing to now put your foot down, make a plan, send up your cosmic ordering, and let the universe take a little bit of control ever so slightly. Mwah. Sorry for being an arsehole, but I'm just jumping that in and telling you. Get it sorted, because the only person that could fix it, sweetheart, is you at the minute, and you're holding yourself back ever so slightly.
Love that. Emma, I think now that we've got John cornered, you should ask one of our school days questions, because this is summer holidays and we were talking about school, weren't we?
We certainly were. Okay, so John, here goes.
Yeah.
What is the worst thing you did at school that your parents never found out about?
I would love
And I hope they're not listening.
I would love to say it was smoking, but they actually got to the point that my mum and dad phoned the school and told them to stop sending letters home because they were just wasting trees because they knew I smoked. But the worst thing, we had a geography teacher who was really, really small. She must have been about 4 foot. She was tiny. And she had no control over the class. And I could remember one day she was shouting at us all. And I said to her, what was her name again? I don't even remember her name. Let's just call her Miss Jenny. I was like, Miss Jenny, stand up when you're speaking to me. And she was like, I am standing up. And I got sent out the room and I was made to stand in the hall. I never ever told my mum, and I only just told her about it a few weeks ago. I remember telling her, and she was like, is that what it meant on your report card when you tell us it was whatever the story? And I was like, yes.
All those years later, I love how you came clean.
Oh my God.
That's brilliant.
You're asking. Because it only came clean a few weeks ago about it. But yeah, I told the teacher to stand up when she was talking to me, and she was standing. She was just so small.
Oh no.
we all have those teachers, don't we? But John, what do you do like in the summer holidays? As soon as school broke up, like it is this Friday, I know it's the following week for some schools. What did you do? What was the first thing you do when you put your school uniform away for those 6 weeks?
Do you know, the first thing I straight outside, out and about in the mud. I was born in the time, well, what am I now? Almost 30, I'm 38 now. So I was born when kids went outside, and if we weren't grubby or dirty, we weren't playing, you know. And the first thing we probably did was jump out and probably into some muddy puddle, played with some worms, got into mischief, you know, although the mischief that we got up to is a bit different from the mischief now. I mean, we used to steal apples from the farm, you know, from the trees. You weren't meant to. Now they're out robbing houses and things, you know, but back then, stealing an apple from the farmer's tree, going into the neighbour's garden, you know, I always remember that our neighbour was an old lady, and my gosh, she was an old battle axe, you know.
Short people and old people stay away from John.
Yeah, your ball went in her garden, you know. She used to come out chasing you, and she'd be shouting at you, and I'm thinking, now when you think about it, it's funny, you know, like that was a big thing if you went in your neighbour's garden or if your ball went in it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Guys, could you please comment your memories of your childhood? But also, I've got a question, and we're going to do a reading after this question for both Emma and John. John's I could probably guess a little bit about. Oh, someone's at the virtual door. Should we let them in? I don't know who it is.
Chop, chop.
Hold on, who's that? Yeah. I know I sent messages to... Hello, it's Gemma.
Jen! Hey, darling.
Hello.
Oh.
I don't know what the signal is going to be like because I'm at my mother's.
Oh, well, that's okay. You're here. That's all that matters. I'm going to do another reading in a minute, but I want everyone here to comment what your nickname was at school, starting with you, Em.
What my nickname was? Dumpy. Because I was a bit like John's teacher. I'm really, really short, and I'm a little bit like kind of short and wide. And so my nickname was Dumpy. And then it kind of changed to Fraggle. So some people, do you remember Fraggle Rock? Down in Fraggle Rock.
I have such a story to tell you about that.
Yeah. So I was either Dumpy or Fraggle.
No, so when Fraggle Rock was on,
affectionately known as Dumps.
Dumps, Em, I've only ever known you as Ems. Well, so when John, do you remember Fraggle Rock? It was on just before a TV program called Motor Mouse. So yes. I was 16 and I had a full-time job working for ITV on Motor Mouse with Cannon and Andrea Arnold. And I used to go up on a Friday night and stay up. I think it was Maidstone, Kent, I think it was. I can't even remember now. It's so long ago. And I used to stay in a hotel with everyone that was going to be on the show. And I remember one night there was Wendy James from Transvision Vamp that was going to be on the show, and she was
God,
wild, and I was very naive, but she became my hero because she was like this crazy eccentric character who's now become a psychologist, I think.
really?
People are giving up. But yeah, Fraggle Rock I used to watch on the monitors while I was on the set waiting for us to go into the program. So Fraggle Rock, I've got videotapes of it in my cupboard.
Really?
So I
was the green one with the pink pigtails, I think.
Yes.
I think that was the one I was supposed to be.
So Jem, what was your nickname at school, and how's your singing teaching been going? Have you created any geniuses today?
Singing has been lovely. I hope I don't sound like a Dalek because the signal's not great. Singing's been lovely. I didn't really have a nickname at school.
You're just Gems, aren't you?
I had people, I suppose, just Gems. I get Gems a bit. Yeah, no, not really anything that was
right, well, I'm sorry.
outrageous or anything.
I need to stop you there because Gemma, you've failed because you haven't answered the question. So could you please tell me something you did at school that your parents never found out about? Because I know your mum watches this. We can go over to John for his nickname first if you want, then come back to you.
Yeah, let me have a think.
Spratty.
Well, what do you think my nickname could have been?
Spratty.
It was Spratty. And still to this day, even all my followers through social media and people that come for readings call me Spratty. When I do tours or I'm on the telly, the title's always Spratty because that's just what people call me. When I was at primary, it was Specs because, believe it or not, I was the only child in primary school that had glasses.
No.
Can I ask you something, John? I also had glasses since I was 6. My eyesight's really bad and today I have contact lenses. Did you have those National Health ones that I did where it was pink for a girl and blue for a boy?
Yeah, and you used to, they then got little pictures on the side. They advanced them.
You posh git.
I know. Bit snobby, I know. But yeah, they were blue ones for boys, pink for girls. And then when I got to about primary, I think it was about primary 4, 5, they brought out ones where there was a little round bit on the leg and it had a picture and mine had Rolling Rat on it.
Oh, Roland Rat! Another classic.
Love Roland Rat. Absolutely love Roland Rat. All right, pressure's on because I've got readings to do. We've got readings to do. So, come on. What does Mum do?
I did. I mean, I suppose it's not anything as massively different from most people, I think. I remember I bunked a German lesson and me and my friends skulked out of school and we hid behind this.
You bunked a German or German lesson?
Bunked a German lesson.
Professional coach. Tell us more, Jem.
Me and my friend, and we skulked off and sat behind this tree, like just outside of the school. But it was the most like stressful hour of my life. So I never did it again. Like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. They're awful. I'm not that much.
Oh, so you were a good girl, Jem.
Didn't like it.
It's really bad for school kids. So I love Gemma's mum and dad like they're my own. So Linda and Peter, she's been really naughty. You know, try being when your parents just don't send you to school. Do you know what I mean? That's the other side of the coin as well. But guys, who would like a reading? Let's have a little look. This lady keeps coming up. Let's have a look. You keep asking. You've had a really hard 4 months, Carol. Bless you. John, would you like, should we share, Carol?
Yes, let's share. Do you want to go in with your tarot first? Then I could throw in the end.
I've shuffled some and they're almost jumping out my hands of what I'm trying to get.
Okay.
An awful lot of mental power for you going on, Carol, in the sense that you feel you can't do things which you can. So I feel for you, there's an awful lot of invisible glass up and invisible chains. And I think that you're worrying about people who aren't looking in your direction for what you're going to do next. Of course, I see that there's a change coming for you, but what I'd rather you do is jump before you're pushed. Because if you wait until everybody else has taken the pickings of what they want from the life you had, you'll be left with the leftovers. And to me, Carol, you're somebody who's a proud woman. I really get that from you, don't you, John?
Yeah.
You know? And I think with everybody that's proud, you've got to give out to the universe what you want to attract. And with yourself, that is that you deserve to have the standards you want. And I don't know why, but there may be more than one move coming up for you. And I would embrace every single one of them. It's almost like this 4 months you talk about. I keep getting clairvoyantly that, you know, it's been 4 years, and that indeed the next 4 years ahead is the best part from 4 of the worst years. So I don't agree with you, Carol, that you've had a hard 4 months. Darling, my heart goes out to you for the last 4 years. John, what do you think?
I was going to say the last few years I feel have been quite heavy in and around you. I get the feeling where it started off very light and it's just got worse and worse. And yes, I would agree the last 4 months you've started to notice things a bit more. It's really come to the front of you here, okay? Do you know something? I feel you're an extremely strong-willed lady, but you're someone who... I want to say you don't normally hold on to things, but recently you've been holding it on, okay? It's like you've lost trust in people. You don't know who to unload your mind on. And you're needing to unload it. You're holding it all in. You're keeping everything to yourself where you're needing to expand it out ever so slightly. You're one of these people that you'll tell somebody one bit, tell somebody the other part, and someone else the other part, but no one gets the full story. No one at this moment in time knows who you are, okay? So as much as you're having a hard time, I feel others are having a hard time connecting with you at the moment, okay? Again, just like Claire said, I do feel there's improvements coming in. I feel that there's changes stepping forward. I kind of get the feeling you've said to yourself, change is happening and I'm doing it and I'm doing it now, okay? So I feel you've taken that first step to the change that you have to do. And it's like from that, it's like a beautiful flower just growing. You know, you're starting to come out of that shell ever so slightly. So I do feel that the change is coming in for you. You're just needing to go with it and stick with it.
Fantastic. Emma and Jem, I've just got to go and get something, so I'll be back in a minute. Hold on 1 second.
What are you doing?
Okay.
Good. If there's ever a time to make a change, it's now, isn't it?
Exactly.
Certainly. Yeah.
Change is good.
Yeah, change is always good.
Different. So everything is different. So make the change now. I think now is the time. What did you get?
I need to have a word in a moment with John, actually, a really big word about this. But in the meantime, we've been discussing, guys. As you know, John got taken off Facebook. We don't know what he did. You don't even know yourself, do you, John?
Don't have a clue.
Naughty boy.
We've worked out, guys, that in order for us to grow our pages for you, and that means, you know, both John and I as psychics and as a medium, and Gemma with Winging It, Singing It, and Em in Oz with her page as well. Apparently, if we say certain things to you, we lose the views of where we go. So on behalf of all of us, could I please say, could you?
Like?
You can't say it then. We can't say it. All the words. Because it loses you where your views go. Okay? So this is what we'd all like you to do for us. But if we ask you to do it in words, apparently we get screened to less places. Isn't that right, John?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
really?
We need you to all tell all your friends and family to come on over to the stream.
Well, think of another word, guys, for saying this. What is, come on over to my place. Is that right, John?
Maybe your friends would be interested in this video.
Why don't you love, flock, and I don't know, something else. Yeah, that.
That one. That's it. So exactly. What was yours?
Maybe not.
We haven't even done the 7 o'clock show yet, guys. Come on, this is like, you know. But hey, if you want to tell anybody else and maybe click anything, what do you think, John? What can they do?
They could just tell their friends to come along. Tell your friends and family, we are here. Come and join the party.
Exactly. Oh, look, we're allowed to put that up, aren't we? Because Stephanie's written that for us. So what Stephanie Swan says, and it's 2:30, guys, and I'm supposed to have a system to the program today, and we actually haven't got one. So I do want to tell you about a little idea that I've had for Lengro magazine, and I want to know your thoughts on it.
Seeing as you've told me it's 2:30, Claire, I got to go because I have to pick the big one up from school.
No, we'll give her my love.
I just popped up to say hi.
That I'll send you a link tonight as well, because
Thank you for coming, Jen.
to ask you, and I'll be phoning mum and dad. Okay. All right, beautiful. Love
And
you.
I'll see you at 7.
See you at 7. Love it. And look at the 3 that's left. I did send Lara a link as well, but I know that she's doing loads of interviews. Lara just got interviewed, John, for Lengro magazine, and someone's missing as a cover person. And I thought that you, with the nickname I gave you, Mr. Bond, should be our cover boy. But what would you talk about?
I could talk about anything.
But you see,
I'm sure you could.
if you're written about in Lengro magazine, you have to tell us something that we don't know, doesn't he, guys? What would you like to know about John?
What would you like to know
You
about
know what? I'd like to know about that doll. I saw that creepy doll.
Yeah. John, explain, please.
Yes, please explain the doll. Oh, no, don't bring her. No, because I'm scared of creepy dolls.
Tim, do you remember Tales of the Unexpected?
Yes, I
There was
do.
a doll like that. And look, okay.
Where did you get that from, John?
Baby eyes. This is Esther.
Look at the red lipstick.
Esther she's been in the family for 58 years, haven't you, sweetheart?
She looks like that.
Absolute diamond. She's currently held together by
No, don't show me.
glue.
Oh.
Yes.
But she's beautiful. She causes
I'm terrified of those dolls. Like,
So-
I won't sleep.
Jem, does she actually go in bed with you and your wife at night?
Well,
Does
she was
she?
in bed last night because we did a live with Esther last night, and she got to sit pride of place on the bed. She normally doesn't sit there, but she did get on the bed last night where she did her full live, and she was talking and freaking everybody out at home. So,
What does she drink, John?
I couldn't have her on my bed.
she drinks anything. To be fair, do you know what? My kids absolutely love her. They take her in their bed.
Okay, if you send
Is
it
she
up,
China or is she plastic?
She's China.
She is China.
Yeah.
let's not go there. Let's not go there. Okay.
Beautiful, John. Beautiful.
Haley is saying, "I'll give over. Look at the baby's red lips. I think she's got your nose on."
Do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what are we doing with
A
said
little
doll?
bit of a hairstyle going on too, really.
Yeah. I don't know what to say about that. So where do we get the pleasure of seeing Esther then? Is Esther going to be on, with you on the live?
So Esther has done some lives. She was done a live yesterday with her. She has come on ghost hunts with us. So when we do public ghost hunts, she comes along. But her special is just sitting in the house causing absolute havoc. She loves to make noises, scratches, bangs, taps, knocks. She's just a bit crazy, but she's lovely.
There's a phone. Can I just get the phone and we'll see who it is in case it's someone interesting? Just not trying to take these things.
You get the phone.
Hello.
But I mean, I think Esther should have her own page. Now I am seeing that Lara Wells is there, and Lara Wells got a doll delivered today, a haunted doll, just like this. She got a little German doll that it looks like. She has been showing me pictures, and I'm quite interested. And the two of us are going to do a live with our dolls together. So we're going to get our dolls to communicate.
Our faces haven't frozen. This is our faces. The whole reason for me, John, is Tales of the Unexpected, guys. I don't know if you remember this or not.
Yes,
There was a
I
guy.
remember that one.
Right. So my brother got a dummy, a ventriloquist dummy for Christmas, and he called it Trixie. and he used to move it around the house all night. And it used to freak me out because I wasn't supposed to be watching Tales of the Unexpected anyway. And even Jess Rayner says Em's reaction is to Esther is everything. Hey, you're next to her, Jen. You're next to her. Dear, oh dear. Okay, well, let's just say that.
Noise.
Lara, you've got a link. Come on in and back me up on here, because one thing that the guys don't know is Lara's also in on this. Lara
She's
also,
got a new doll. She's got one too.
Yes. You see, Emma, I leave them alone for a week, and look what happens.
And they get dolls.
Yeah. I don't know what.
Lara's doll.
You realise I'm not going to sleep tonight, don't you?
Lara's doll looks scary. I mean, mine's is quite cute looking. Lara's looks like a Hitler doll.
Oh, come on and show us, Lara. I'll try not to be scared.
I've sent you you got the code, Lara. Stephanie Swan, I love you, but how can you love that? Really, honestly. Esther's looking funny. Who's Esther looking at funny though, Hayley Walker, is the question, isn't it then?
I don't know. I'm trying not to look at her. She's scaring me.
Look, do you think if we do a reading and I'll let John pick? Really? Serious?
What is that? Put it closer. Oh, is that Lara's doll?
That's Lara's doll. I mean, who would you rather sleep with?
I'd rather sleep with yours, yeah. But neither, really.
And then Snook to counsel John over maybe cutting the apron strings on this one, yeah? Guys, bring the van. Yeah. And a bit, do you want a beer? Bring a beer, okay.
Bring a beer, okay.
They're on their way. We need somebody to pick a reading. Oh my God, there's a knock at the door. Okay, I'm not letting it in if it comes with a doll, okay? It's Lara Wells.
Hey, hi, Lara.
Hiya, Wellesley.
Hi, hang on. Can hardly hear the damn.
Oh no, she's getting it.
I'm here, right? I was going to show you my new doll, right? You ready for this? Hi, John. Hi, Em.
Hi, Wellesley.
I don't know if we'll ever be ready. Put it that way.
Right. Can you see the doll?
Oh my gosh, it really is Lara's doll. Oh Laura, I couldn't.
Hello.
I couldn't have that in the house. I couldn't. I'll take Esther any day.
Oh, kisses.
Where did you find that?
Hang on. Let me come around the other.
I leave you alone
downstairs
for a second, guys. I leave you alone for a second.
I know, but this doll
I'll come back to you, Jess.
I saw this doll and I'd been bidding for her, right? And I won the bid on Friday, right? So then John went live with Esther last night. I was like, oh my God, we're going to do a joint live with the girls.
Oh,
With the girl.
I don't know.
how old is she, Lara? Do you know how old she is? Like,
she's over 100 years old.
Oh my gosh, that's even more.
Right, look at her face. Look.
That's okay.
It's those eyes. It's those. No, I can't look.
Definitely, she's got a mother's eyes. She's beautiful.
She's making Esther look beautiful.
Now that's not what you were saying earlier on, John.
Now then, can we, guys?
I'm going to move out this room here because I was.
Can we?
Hang on, reception's a bit crappy.
Can we start a reading for someone as well in just a moment? We've got lots of people asking. Is the doll going to help with the reading?
Well, the plan is right tonight.
I'm going to have
put her center stage. And we're going to do a meditation, right? And we're going to tune into the energy of the doll and just see what the history is and the background is and stuff.
What time and whose channel?
It'll be on my channel about 8:30.
8:30 tonight. Fantastic, guys. Because I'm going live at 7 with Lengro, so we'll be finished at 8 in time. And I'm going to have to sort of, I don't know. I'm going to have to prepare myself for Esther. Oh dear, and look.
So what's yours called, Lara? Has she got a name?
I don't know. We're going to find out later.
Oh, you're going to find out the name later. Okay.
You know,
Esther is just looking as if to say, what is that? I think I found a new word. Look, its eyes are wide open.
She
Now, I
looks
don't know
very...
if anybody's noticed, but when we started, her eyes were not that wide, right? She's all of a sudden seen little Hitler doll and she's like, I'm in love.
She has definitely got very wide eyes.
While you show the dolls on your screens so that they can be part of this reading here, I've turned over a card from Maria Rodriguez. And Maria Rodriguez, something in love that wasn't working out is going to do a U-turn, and you'll be offered what you thought you couldn't have. Don't take it. You're too good, okay? Aim higher and look further afield. Oh my goodness, let's look at that. Yeah. I am worried about you guys though. Because the thing is, we're supposed to be getting together, right? When it's safe. You know, if we get together and the girl's coming, I just need to know, you know, for bed plans and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So I've got to get something. What beats a doll in terms of like power? Do you know what I mean? For like making sure I sleep at night, because this is you hit a nerve now.
I know, we can tell as well. Woo.
At least yours is little. It would be quite hard for it to kill you. Like, it wouldn't be able to hold a knife or anything.
She may be little, but she's mighty. That's it.
She probably is.
Yeah.
Oh,
look
at Esther.
Like, who's that? Oh.
I'm going to go with Leslie Anthony. You can't take the doll out because the doll doesn't have a mask, guys.
That's right.
Sorry.
That's right.
Don't worry.
Right, guys, I'm going to need to shoot off because I'm going to need to go because I got a client. So I'm going to shoot off. See you later on.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye. Wow, dear. Big things in little packages. Yeah, Jess Rayner, I'm going to get a Chucky doll. I'm going to get a Chucky doll that's going to annihilate your girl, I tell you. That's what I need to do. Indeed. Hello, Lance Brooks. How you doing?
I'm not going to get a doll. I couldn't have it in the house.
I would say something else, but I didn't think it was appropriate. So, guys,
I'm so glad you guys are in England.
Hey, these dolls not allowed to get anywhere. I tell you that absolutely. Let us know if you'd like another reading, and please don't forget to
tell all your friends.
I think that's got quite a clever way of me doing it without us losing where our page goes, don't you? So, John, will you dress as Mr. Bond for the cover of Lengro magazine if we put you on? Stop it now. Oh, my goodness me. I started off with a radio interview I didn't know I was doing, being put on air 1 minute before I actually talked to the presenter. It's been a wonderful day. Absolutely wonderful. What does LSM mean? And what does LSM mean from Leslie?
So, I always dress like Mr. Bond. Whenever I do a show, I'm always in a three-piece suit. I'm always suited, booted, and waistcoated. So you'll be fine.
Exactly. We'll be fine. Everyone's got the message. They're doing that for us. And we're also supposed to be talking about Lengro. Any particular articles? Because I know I was looking at Jan's article about coconut water and how important that is for us. So I think that we need to.
Jax?
Huh? Oh, Jack's new book.
Did some great book reviews, like some really, really good reading in there. And also, how fabulous does she look in her fashion slot?
Jack,
I'm kind of in love with that cream jumper that she modelled.
Absolutely. And Jack's page, all the pages, guys, they're getting absolutely amazing, bigger and better. But listen, guys, one thing that's out in the magazine today is that we're proudly welcoming you guys to another week of Grow Kind. And our weekly feature this week focused on helping the community surrounding autism with informative and uplifting stories. And on that note, I'm trying to keep a schedule, even with Esther. And Stephanie, don't worry, okay? I'm not really that offended by the dolls. I just like to rib my John and Lara. But we've been talking about how we can make our own luck, John. And I don't know how you go about making your own luck, but there's a book that I read called Chicken Soup for the Soul. Have any of you guys read it? You heard of it, John?
I haven't, no.
feel-good stories. So it's lots of little true stories about how people have had luck when their life was really down. And the book is like having a bowl of cooking soup. So I've come up with the idea of Gypsy Stew from the Lengro Soul Kitchen. And what I'd like you guys to do, because obviously, you know, when you book a one-to-one reading with any of us, we can go straight into the crux of the problem. But I'm looking for ways to uplift people. And one of those ways that intrigued me, and this came from a film that you, me, and Jack were talking about, Emma, is £7, but that's on a completely different level. In terms of paying it forward, I thought if we do a page with stories for you guys to feed the soul and inspiration to make your own soul food and soul journey, do any of us want to tell us, do any of you want to tell us about things that have happened in your life that have been nothing short of a miracle? And do you then therefore pay it forward? Em, have you done a good deed without even thinking about it and you've had good luck in return? And what about you, John?
Always.
Yeah, it's kind of that karma thing, isn't it? I think it's, yeah, if you do something without meaning to, it does seem to come back to you at some stage, for sure. I can't think of something just off the top of my head, but I know that, yeah, definitely, I believe
Let
in.
me give you guys an example. I was working for 10 years, 7 days a week down the seafront. You know, if the weather was good, you had to go down there. And then one day I decided I wanted to be online more. I wanted to be home more. And then the pandemic hit. And in that time, by just accepting things that fill my heart with joy, my life has changed in a way that I can't explain. And I think the other secret, guys, and it's not the secret book, the book, The Secret we're talking about, although Hayley Walker, that is the most incredible book, and why I've been sending you guys gemstones as well. It's about stories where you take the higher path for yourself, or where you perhaps do something that is the right thing to do, but not the easiest thing to do. For example, Jess Rayner here. Em, can you talk us through what Jess Rayner is saying, please?
I try to live my life in a spiritual way and do good even when others don't do the same. That's, yeah, that's fantastic, Jess. Like, that's, you know, it's not really about how people treat you, is it? It's about feeling proud of yourself and doing the right thing, even if people, you know, around you aren't. And yeah, that's fantastic.
Exactly, that's really good. John, are you a believer in karma?
Big believer in karma, and I was just doing an interview before this, before I came on here at 12 o'clock, and we were actually talking about karma and the number 5. I don't know if you represent the number 5.
That's my favourite number.
Well, number 5 is a karmatic number. I mean, when a number 5 comes out, it is telling you karma is being done, it's being delivered. This is what we were talking about. It was to do with tarot, how tarot works, then the karma coming into it, the number 5, because certain cards in tarot, and I know that's a gypsy meaning for tarot, using the numbers, particularly the number 5. So yeah, I'm a big believer in karma, most definitely. And it's weird that you're talking about it now, because I've just been speaking about it all on a show that I did just before here.
Serendipity, there you go. I am so superstitious in some ways, to the extent that I've found over the years, this is one of my little idiosyncrasies that I've got. If I see money somewhere where there's rubbish, if I don't get the money out the rubbish, but say I found a penny and it was near the bin and I wanted to put it in the bin, if I put any amount of money in a bin or somewhere where it's not put with other money, I find it's bad luck. So I have to return money with other money, or I feel I'm wasting, and it's a wasted thing to do, and I'm not appreciating. That's a really weird thing that I've got about me. But yeah, absolutely. And lots of you as well that are saying you did as well. So were you, John, on the Supernatural magazine?
Yes, I was.
When did you hear this then? Because this sounds pretty, you know, totally tying in with what we've been talking about now.
You can. I shared the interview on my Facebook page, so my John Spratt Psychic Medium page, or it's on Supernatural magazine page. You can go on there, and we go all the way through tarot. Then we go on to the story of tarot. I then follow on to the karma numbers, and I do some describing how cards work and how you could read cards yourself. And what else? I don't know what else. I'm just gabbing here, but we did all that.
Is that right, John? I've just put it. Look, we've all done it as well. That's so good. So everybody can see. Hold on a second. John Spratt, Psychic Medium page to see the wonderful John on the Supernatural. We've all been on the radio today then, John?
Yeah, we've all been busy wee bees today.
You've been on live Lengro Wednesday, Em. And guys, don't you love the fact that Em stays up late for us every Wednesday night? What time is it now where you are, Em, in Australia?
It is, by my computer, which it might be a little bit wrong, 11:55.
I was going to say it would be about
at night.
midnight.
Absolutely.
It's almost the witching hour, yeah.
I love them.
Oh no, don't bring her back.
Oh, there she is.
Oh, she's got her eyes closed.
She's ready to go to bed.
Not with me, she's not.
Yeah. You may have heard that I've done a lot of things in my past, but not the doll, okay? That's the border. Oh dear. So we've had a real hard time in astrology this week, John. And I just want to say, for those of you that haven't been with us at the beginning of the show, we're talking about the 13th sign, guys, that doesn't exist in Western astrology. Our system uses artificial constellations, looking from the Earth to the measurements of the sun from where we are. It's not based on the NASA zodiac dates. Otherwise, we could be using all 88 constellations. I know that sometimes I blast on, but today it was really important to me to take a breath and to try to explain it clearly. Have I done that, guys, at all?
I think you have.
Because I seen you put a post up yesterday that you were getting loads of messages, and I'm like, my God, so have I. I'm just in the process of typing a post, and I think I copied some of what you wrote, put it in my post, and I'm thinking, perfect. This is so simple, and the amount of people that commented on it saying,
does that mean that for once your mate Claire Petulengro actually kept to the subject and I didn't go off on a tangent?
You kind of did at the end. I deleted the end part. The last 23 lines, I deleted them. I just kept the first two.
I don't actually remember it all because I was ranting about a man that was on my page that kept insulting me when I said I'd get to him with a question. So I was so done with it yesterday. I kicked him out.
Oh, that's what I do with people as well.
Look, so there's somebody else saying there's a 14th sign as well. There are 12 signs used in Western astrology. The difference is astrology and astronomy, guys. And the tropical zodiac that we use, where we use the seasons. So we place Aries on the ascendant and cast the chart from that. And it's very simple. It works. And that's why we astrologers are still in newspapers to this day. Trust me, lots of editors have tried to get me out. Whenever I've been kicked out of a newspaper, the followers, the readers, they complain so much that I've never been out, not properly. I think I was out for one day and I was back in within 24 hours as well. Yeah, Lee copied my post as well. Look, but you know what?
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. I was like,
I'm very proud of that.
We're not doing the work. We'll let
well
Claire do the work, and we'll steal it, and we'll take credit.
Just sit back, twiddle your thumbs.
I have the mouth.
She'll write about it in a minute.
I wanted to put a post up at about 1 o'clock, and I thought, I'm going to leave it about 7 o'clock. Claire will sort this. Claire will put the post up. I'm just going to leave it.
I posted before.
Copy, paste.
I posted on my personal page by mistake. So by the time it went up, it was like 5 hours late, and it had only been seen by my mates who know that I mouth off about astrology anyway. So they were like, "Yeah, you told us before." Yeah, absolutely. Oh look, as a child, my mum used to send me. As a child, my mum used to send me to Lend Sugar. What good idea!
Borrow sugar.
We're supposed to be cutting out. We're supposed to be cutting that out as well. So where are you at 7 o'clock then, John? You're not anywhere.
Give people sugar.
We've got to all cut out sugar. Jan said, actually, heading into the new world, I'm desperately trying to cut out sugar. And Leslie Anthony, actually on here, John, who's watching now, she's the lady that I said has those big amethysts like you wanted. You know, the huge ones. She's got a warehouse full of amazing crystals, and she's the beautiful one here that sent me that water bottle, didn't you? Leslie, you've got to meet John, because John is obsessed by gemstones as well. And
You know what, Leslie? I used to have 2 big amethyst churches that sat at either side of my bed. Okay. And when we moved to this house, they disappeared. Kaput.
I'd say that's Esther.
Yes.
Yeah. I got
Esther's movement.
Esther, and my big churches disappeared. So I'm really sad. I don't have any now.
Maybe he's tried to get the gemstone thing and do that, kick the doll out with it, and she had to hide the evidence. But the doll, I mean, there is a crack in the doll's head, isn't there?
She probably shoved him in there.
I'm messing with you guys. I'm absolutely messing with you guys. Hayley Walker, let's learn something from today's live. Indeed, we agree with Jan. Hold on, no sugar. And guys, the lesson for today's show is sugar is very bad for your health. It's true.
And there's no 13th sign.
No, there is no 13th sign. And we've also got, she can't sleep without amethyst. Oh, Leslie, don't do that. You're going to have John saying, phoning you up now, going, I can't sleep, because he's obsessed with amethyst, aren't you? What would be your idea of amethyst, John?
What was that? Sorry?
Oh, look. Leslie said she can sort something out for you. And Linda Nichols said I talk faster than you, John.
Ah, no one could talk faster than me.
I try.
No, you can't.
I try my head.
I could tell a whole story and you wouldn't even know what I'm even saying about it. Not in the slightest. Giovanna Wells is penning in now. You've got no hope, love.
You win. John wins. Dear, oh dear. So Carmen Ingram says, I find that when crystals disappear, they've done their job, then reappear, John.
Yeah. You tell my bank that. Those churches cost me about £300-400 each.
No. Oh dear. We've got Sean. Sean? How do we say your name, beautiful? Is it Sean? Sean Phillips? Sean. Her favourite childhood memory is, I'm saying it slowly now. Her favourite childhood memory is scrumping for apples in my nan's neighbour's garden. Oops, naughty. From your M&S.
Ah, you like John.
There you go. Hey, John, how big is the church? What is that?
Oh, yeah, his crystal church.
They were really big. I don't remember the size, what they exactly were, but they were really big ones.
Can we please stop, and could you call your wife Erin in? Because what you're saying is that big. It's probably going to be that big.
We're not talking. That's a different show, love. Different show. This is not Lord Punny.
We'd definitely be taken off Facebook for that.
We would, wouldn't we, guys? Well, listen, it's time for me to go, guys. Em, what are you doing tomorrow? Because it's obviously night time for you now.
Tomorrow I've got to go and sign some papers for my new job that starts on Friday.
And will you try and post some amazing pictures of you getting your animals up in the morning? Guys, in the members club, right? She posted a picture of a dog taking a horse for a walk. Honestly, you think that's normal to you? I want to see it.
I will. I'll try and take. It's really, really cold. And I've got my beautiful new phone that I really don't want to hurt. And when I wear my jacket, it's all got hay in the pockets and stuff. And so I can't put my phone in my pocket because I might get hay on my lovely phone.
Do you know what? If I got my handbag out right here, okay, this is my handbag, guys. And if I showed you what was in my handbag, you wouldn't believe me. I have a suntan lotion. I don't know particularly why I have suntan lotion in. I have always dark chocolate covered cranberries.
Oh, yeah.
I have, what else do I have? I have some perfume in here and some spray foundation and a packet of old tissues. That's really not very good, is it? John, what have you, before we go, John, what have you got in your pocket? Turn your pockets out.
Do you know what? I'm quite upset that that's all you've got in your bag. I thought you gypsy women carried everything around with you. I'm upset.
Guys, it's one of 5 handbags laying around the house. So, you know.
I mean, I could remember watching those programs on the TV, the gypsy thingies, and those women had everything by the kitchen sink in their handbags.
But let me explain that Big Fat Gypsy Wedding is nothing to do with Romany gypsies, because if we went and dressed like that or behaved like that, then I would not be sitting here today. They're very, very strict with clothing and things like that. But it was a good program, and it was at the same time as well that the book came out about my mum's life story. So do you know what, though, guys? You're all welcome here, whether you're Romany, Gypsy, Traveller, Borgia, or even if you're John Spratt. So come back and join me live at 7 p.m. tonight for a really good Lengro show. Say goodbye to everybody.
Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for tuning in.
You can't go. We've got to see John's pockets or something. We've got to see something from John. He's seen your new phone, my new handbag.
Nothing in my pocket.
Yeah. We've seen Esther though.
Yeah, but the easiest thing is to ask John to reach his hand down and show us what his latest Amazon package is, because John gets more Amazon deliveries than, I don't know what the word is to say about that. More, I can't think of anything funny to say, but you get nothing clean, okay? There's nothing clean.
I'm sorry.
Oh, my latest one. Hold on, here it is. Some new black obsidian mirrors.
Oh, they're a bit cool.
Scrying.
John?
For watching. For watching.
For giving readings. Can I say, for today's round of who wins, of who has done the best with producing things, I don't know how it's been invented, you win first prize. Absolutely. I think he's pulled it out. I think Esther was always going to win, wasn't she, Em?
Yeah, I think so. I'm afraid so. Yeah.
Suntan lotion, guys. That's good enough for me. Okay. Have a great afternoon or a great evening wherever you are. So it's good night to Australia, good afternoon to other places, or good afternoon here in England, and good morning wherever else you are. We'll see you all at 7. From me, Emma, and unfortunately Esther. See you soon. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.